I authored a project that I spent a few weeks on, and it's called Why Kingston Needs to Adopt a Form-Based Code. As luck would have it, I've been working with the City of Kingston, and it's been an absolute honor to work in my capacity on the official form-based zoning code for the City of Kingston. The code does so much, but I'm especially proud of the housing steps it takes. Legalizing accessory dwelling units, ending mandatory parking requirements, allowing for additional density, and allowing for different housing types all across the city. So often when cities change their zoning, they fiddle around the edges or maybe focus their attention on a single neighborhood. That's not the case here. With the adoption of this code, we have proven we have the ability to decide our own future. With this code, we've finally left the 1960s era of urban planning behind, which has so clearly failed us. I'm proud of the City of Kingston and what we've been able to accomplish together. I look forward to the implementation phase, which starts right now.
This has been a really amazing process, so I want to start with that. And so February 18th, 2019, the Zoning Task Force had its very first meeting, and there's some members of the Zoning Task Force here, and that was called together by my office to be able to bring together folks in the community who cared about zoning, who were recognizing that we were having building constraints here in Kingston, who recognized that we had housing constraints, that recognized that we had open space issues that we wanted to be able to address. And really, the root of all of those causes was our code. As Bartek mentioned, it was written in the 1960s. We did nibble around the edges, trying to make improvements to the code here and there, but without a wholesale change, we weren't going to be able to have a type of program and process that was really beneficial to the community. So we launched this effort, and we were able to find support from the Common Council, and so I want to thank all of the Common Council members that were with us then at that time and that are with us just last night when the council unanimously voted to approve the new Kingston Forward form-based zoning code. And so I just want to say thank you to the Common Council. So we had to invest $500,000 of taxpayer funds to be able to bring this code to fruition, but we wanted to make sure that it was a wise investment. And so we hired Dover, Cole & Partners, who did a tremendous job of educating us about form-based code, working with the Kingston community to be able to have on the street design charrettes, community meetings, surveys, and really reached out to groups that we've never talked to before about what they want to see in their city when it grows up. And I have to say that we are now prepared to grow up. We have now a code that is community-based, one that focuses on all of our built environment to be able to protect the unique assets that Kingston has, but at the same time helps re-envision sites that have been underutilized. And so whether it's this site here that we're really super excited to be able to partner with Baxter Development to be able to do something unique and creative, to bring housing and commercial space to the heart of our city. This site could not be redeveloped without a change in our zoning code. And then as we look at the Broadway streetscape and so many of our neighborhoods, we are ripe for infill development. Infill development can happen very quickly, it can happen incrementally, and it can do so without a major impact to our neighborhoods. And that's what we heard time and time again from our residents, is that we want to build, but we just want to build right. And we want to build slowly. And we want to be able to build in a way that resembles our city. And so that's what I believe this form-based code has done. And I'm really excited to be able to kick off this initiative. Now, as I mentioned, this has not been an easy process, and so under the leadership of Bartek and the Housing Initiatives Office and our city planner, Sue Cahill, and all of our staff that met with over coal, that met at our community meetings, that provided feedback, provided guidance, and then we took it one step further by continuing to have dialogue with our residents. And so we had folks who were supporters at every single public hearing, and many of you are here today, who came, took their time, and spoke in favor of the zoning code, who spoke in favor of having accessory dwelling units, who spoke in favor of getting rid of our parking minimums, who spoke in favor of getting rid of single home zoning here in the city of Kingston, which, again, we are the only city that has pretty much thrown out its entire zoning code and started from scratch with something that was progressive, encompassing, and caring about what Kingston's going to be like in the future.